Are your videos flat and boring? Do you want to make your videos not flat and boring? I'm here to help you make your videos more interesting with these 4 editing tricks. Starting with the flat part, we are going to be fixing the flat portion of your video with color grading. And I have a simple color grade that you can do in any editing software as long as you have color editing. So what we're going to do is take the curves section, and you're going to grab the, it's like a little line. You can take it and make curves with it. You're going to go with the RGB one, and you're going to do a slight S curve. And then you're going to go to the color wheels, which is like the bunch of wheels with a bunch of color on them, and you're going to add some warmth into the highlights and then some cool tones into the shadows. And then you're going to go into the specific colors, and you're going to take the skin tones and you're going to adjust the skin tone colors, which is red and orange-ish usually, unless you're really sick. And you're going to adjust those until the skin tones look good. And if your software has a scope for a vector scope, which is a circle with the skin tone line on it, that'll make it a lot easier to find the skin tones and match them where they need to be and everything like that. And then that's a really basic color grade that will just sort of make it more interesting, not super flat, and add some darks to the darks and some highlights to the highlights basically. Next is sound design, and this is a really important part. This is like literally half of the edit. If you look at the timeline, there's a whole bottom half for sound. So take advantage of that. Music and risers and impacts and whooshes and stuff like that, just throw them around wherever it makes sense. Don't overdo it, but you want to sprinkle it in and make your transitions have sounds, and whenever you want to make something dramatic, a dramatic change, and have like a riser, that kind of stuff. Super useful, and it definitely elevates the experience of the viewer on your video and keeps them more entertained. The next editing trick that you can use to make your videos more interesting and not boring is cutting on action. So what this is whenever there's an action like someone doing something. Let's just take my hands for example. This is not the most interesting thing, but you can do that and then film it and then get another angle and then film it and then cut on the motion, match where they would like right here, cut right here to the next angle and then match it with this and then finish the action. So what that's going to do is it's going to reset the attention span of the viewer because something new is happening. So they're seeing something different, but it's the same action. So if not much is happening or a lot is happening, you can get 1 or 2 or 3 different angles of the same thing depending on how complex the motion is, and cut it and match them together, and it just makes it more interesting. Okay, I completely forgot to talk about the 4th and final point, speed ramping. Speed ramping is a very easy way to make your video a little bit more interesting, especially if you're doing something that is a little bit more action oriented, so like football, cars, fight scenes, stuff like that. And for these, you definitely want to think ahead because you're going to want to film it in 60 frames per second so you can slow-mo it without getting all choppy. If you have your timeline in a 24 frames per second timeline, you can do 30 frames, but you can only slow it down a little bit. I think it's like bring it down to 80%. So it's not a whole lot of slow-mo, but if you can't do anything more than 30 frames per second and you still want that, it's a viable option. So basically you're just going to want to take your clip and figure out what you want in slow-mo, slice it out, change to slow-mo, maybe throw a sound effect on there. So those are 4 editing tricks that you can use in pretty much every video to make your videos pop and more interesting and to stand out amongst the other people making videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want some more video, it's right here.